guys? Welcome back to Bankroll Builder series with me, Cody Arnold. After last episode, we left off with our highest win session on 2 cent, $5 buy-in. I think we won like $65 on the last session. So I went to go play last night, but for some reason it wasn't allowing me to play in the cash games on the iPad or on the laptop. So we played. We ended up registering in a tournament. It was a $10 buy-in tournament for a 4K guarantee. So I think it ended up being like 476 players in total. So total prize pool was like 4,760. So we played in that tournament last night instead of playing cash games, and we took fourth place. So we ended up adding like $380 to the bankroll. So we just pretty much skipped well into season 2 because season 2 is going to begin with once we hit $300 with the $10 buy-ins, right? 5 cent, 10 cent. So now the bankroll I think is somewhere around $660. I'll check on it and verify that after we do hand analysis. I'll put it at the end of this episode. So we're going to be able to start playing season 2 now, the 5 cent, 10 cent with a $10 buy-in. But we're pretty close to season 3 now with that tournament fourth place finish. Once we get to $750, we'll be moving up to 10 cent, 25 cent with a $25 buy-in. So if I think we're around $660 now, so or $650. So we need to add about another $100 in season 2 with 5 cent, 10 cent, and then we'll be able to move up to the $25 buy-ins, which is great. We're way ahead of schedule. I wanted to move up a level per month, so we're starting off this month only 10 buy-ins shy of our next level. And last month we added 54. We had to add 50. No, I'm sorry. We had to add like 56 buy-ins. So 10 buy-ins shouldn't take too long. And so I have the most important hands from the tournament last night that I videotaped on the iPad. So I'm just going to run through those. There's really not any crazy plays or crazy dynamics that I wanted to go in depth with. It's pretty much all just, standard plays in spots, but I'm just going to play them so you guys can see all the hands that were played, and that's coming up right now. And then I will update our whiteboard with the current bankroll, and I'll have that for you guys after the analysis on this episode. All right, I'm going to play these hands for you. Okay, guys, so first relevant hand, we pick up aces, and we make it about 4x, 2 callers behind. Flop comes out 8 high, 2 spades. We lead 700. We get 2 callers. A 9 comes out. We lead again. And now we're going to be in check call mode. The king comes out, but he checks back, and our aces are good. So we take down that first pot early in the tournament. Like I said, this is a 4K guarantee, $10 buy-in. Next hand, we had ace-7 of spades on the button. We decided to just call in position. 2 aces on the board and a jack. So we're going to lead it for pot. Just kind of looks fishy, like someone wouldn't be doing that with an ace. We get a call here, so we're hoping he has a jack. We raise 1,000. He re-raises us. Another ace giving us quads. He goes all in. Obviously, we call with our quad aces, and he had a jack. So we get max value there. Here we have Jack 10 in the cutoff of diamonds. We make it $1,000. The blinds are 200, 400. We flop a gut shot and a flush draw. So king would give us a straight. A diamond gives us a flush. There's our diamond. We make our flush. We start leading enough chips in there to set him up for a river. So he would have to call, and that's what happens. He had ace jack, and we take it down with our flush. Next relevant hand, we have queen 10 in the big blind. It was 400, 800. We just flat here, or not flat, but we check. So we flop top pair. There's 2 8s out there. We make it 1,000 into 3, get 2 callers, and then the small blind just open chips, so we fold, and he did have an 8. So next relevant hand, we have pocket 8s. Limped pot, so we made it 2.5x, got some callers, 7 high flop. Everyone just kind of starts chipping their money in there, so we call, and we're good with our 8s. The first guy who went all in had pocket 4s. The other guy just had a pair of 3s on the board with a king kicker, so our pocket 8s take it down. Next relevant hand that we have is ace-3 of diamonds. We're in the big blind. Blinds are 1250, 2500, and we have about 23 big blinds here. So we flop a gut shot and a nut flush draw. So we check raise. Turn comes out a dud. We check it to him. He puts his chip in. We call, and we hit our ace on the river. Next relevant hand, we had ace queen in the small blind. Blinds were 3,000, 6,000. There was a raise, and we went all in and got people to fold there. So good spot. 32 players left, I think, here. This guy opened chips from under the gun. We have pocket kings. So obviously we're putting our stack in here. We have 77,000. The blinds are 8,000, 16,000. So I mean we only have 4 big blinds at this point. Which these turbo tournaments, like a lot of the late play, everyone has less than, I would say less than 15 bigs, like throughout the last portions of the tournament. So you really just have to super tighten your range. Well, at least I do anyway. And I mean a lot of the shoving structure sheets that you'll look at, like you have to just narrow it even more because nobody has any big blinds. So we win with our kings there. Here we're in the small blind and we have to ship our stack. We have less than 3 bigs, so we ship. This guy at 6-7, so he calls and we fade so many outs. Jeez, he had so much outs on the turn. I think he had like 21 outs from that turn. Any 6, any 7, any 8, any 3, I think. Any club. Like he had so many outs, so we got really lucky there. Here we have ace king. Blinds are 15,000, 30,000. We just open ship and these guys fold. We take it down. And I think there's like 20 people left at this point. Something like that. So we're pretty much just babying the short stack the whole time. This guy shoves on us. We just kind of have to call with king high there. He doesn't have very many chips, and it was, everyone folded around, and he was in the small blind, we were in the big blind. So this is just me showing you guys that it was the date that we were playing. So it was around, I think, 2 in the morning at this point. So November 1st. We started, obviously, the night of Halloween, so October 31st, and it went into November 1st morning. So here we're at the final table. We have king jack. We only had 2 big blinds, so we have to shove here. And we get a call from ace 6. We hit a king, we fade spades, and we fade an ace, so we take it down. Get to breathe for a little while longer. Here we open ship ace jack of hearts with 6 big blinds left, and it folds around. We take this down. We are card dead for quite a while, and now we are we're 5-handed. Small blind ships on us. Blinds with 35,000, 70,000, so we just kind of have to call with our queen high. We flop a queen. He misses all of his 8s. He misses spades, and we take it down. So this is our last hand. We are on the button with king jack off, and we shove. We get a call from ace jack, and we don't hit a king, we don't hit a queen, and we lose. So we come in 4th place in this tournament. And that's it. So we added $380.80 to the bankroll, which is pretty great, seeing that we've just been playing at micro stakes, and this tournament was a really small buy-in. It was only $10 plus a $1 fee, so $11. Pretty good result from $11 to $380. So that gave us a good boost to the bankroll. We're going to be playing 5 cent, 10 cent with a $10 buy-in now until we get up to $750. So after this 4th place finish, we'll go ahead and refresh this bankroll here. Bankroll is now at $654.37. Alright guys, so that was the tournament recap from last night, and we will continue playing the micro stakes that we are rolled for, which is 5 cent, 10 cent with a $10 buy-in. I'll be playing that this week, and I will post up some sessions from that and analysis. Sorry about not really being able to go in too much depth with these video clips. The recaps go pretty quickly, and just kind of flying through it. I didn't have too much time to analyze the hands as much, but as you can see, they're mostly pretty standard spots that I was in. In tournaments, I tend to just keep my range a lot tighter than is recommended. I'd rather, I know a lot of people would disagree with this theory, but I'd rather blind out than get my money in with like ace-8 off or something like that. So I just really wait for great spots, and a lot of these turbo tournaments, people tend to get knocked out pretty quickly. So, I mean, I've won tournaments before when I've had just half of a big blind. I mean, as you could see in those videos, I was down to 2 bigs at, when there was I think 20 players left a few times, and we ended up taking 4th anyway. So, that's pretty much, I just super patient in these tournaments, and like I said, I'd rather get blinded out before I open shove, like even ace-9 off, ace-10 off fold. So that's my strategy. I know a lot of people disagree with it, but I've won lots of tournaments from it, so it's kind of just my own thing. Thanks for joining us, guys, and I'll post up sessions to come from 5 cent, 10 cent, and hopefully we'll be up to the $25 buy-in pretty soon, season 3. So we're in season 2 now. Season 2 is here. Hopefully it will come and go quickly, and we'll be into season 3. Thanks for joining us, guys. All of the new subscribers out there, glad to have you guys along, and we'll see you for next episode. All right, good night.